Hi everybody, just a quick impromptu video about the relative battery lives between the Steam Deck, that's the Steam Deck OLED 512GB, and this is the Asus ROG Ally non-extreme version. Not going into statistics and tests and stuff like that, but the practicalities of what it means to have these game consoles and use them on a daily basis when it comes to charging them up. And it's really quite simple, to be honest. With the Asus ROG Ally, because Windows 11 isn't fully optimized isn't optimized for the handheld experience, it does chew through the battery. So what that means is that when you've played on your Asus ROG Ally for, say, like an hour or so, playing something, I don't know, like I've just been playing Resident Evil 2 Remake. When you've been playing it, you must remember to plug it in and charge it up when you're not playing it. You have to remember to do that. Because if you don't, when you come back to it, you'll have like 20% battery or 10% battery or something like that. Because you'll get about an hour and a half out of it, depending on what sort of game you're playing. Obviously, handheld. And I'm running at 15 watts TDP. So it's critical with the ROG Ally that if you're playing it, that you remember to plug it in afterwards, so that it's going to be charged and ready for your next gaming session. However, even though the Steam Deck only has a slightly bigger battery, I think this has a 45 watt hour battery, whereas the ROG Ally has a 40 watt hour battery. Don't quote me on that though. What I find with the Steam Deck is that if you play for an hour or so and then you put it down, if you forget to charge it, it doesn't matter that much. Because when you come to pick it up again, it will definitely have enough charge for another nice long, hour sort of play session. Now, I'm not saying that if you're playing Cyberpunk 2077, then it will chew through the battery and you're going to get less battery life. Again, we're running at 15 watts TDP. I don't tend to mess around with it too much that way. But in practical terms, for me, that's what I think about with these consoles. If I forget to charge up the Steam Deck for a couple of days, doesn't really matter. When I turn it on, I can probably, get a nice gaming session out of it. And I go, oh, wait a minute, I'm down to 15%, 20%. I should put it on charge, for a few hours. I'll put it on charge tonight, so it'll be ready. But with the Ally, I've got to make sure that after a gaming session, I do plug it in, because it will not be ready for another gaming session afterwards, if I forget to charge it up. So that's practical. So, now this video isn't saying that one of these consoles is better than the other. Not at all. They're both absolutely fantastic. In fact, if you've seen any of my previous videos, my conclusions really is that the Steam Deck is a fantastic add-on for someone who already has a gaming PC and a mature Steam library. If you've already got that, or you've recently had a gaming PC, maybe you had to get rid of it, you haven't got enough space or something like that, but you've got a Steam library already, then I would say, the Steam Deck is very, very good for that. However, if you don't have a gaming PC or a mature Steam library of games, then the ROG Ally is definitely worth looking at, because the beauty with the ROG Ally is the fact that it is a Windows 11 PC. That's what it is. So not only will it play Steam games very easily, it will play Epic games really easily. You can install any of the launchers on easily, just in the same way that you would on a gaming PC or a gaming laptop. Now, you can install other launchers, sort of, on the Steam Deck, but it's not simple to do. It's a workaround that you have to do to get it working, whereas it kind of comes naturally to the ROG Ally. The Steam Deck is definitely more of a console experience. You turn it on, you can jump into a game very, very quickly, whereas this, although you can boot into the Armory Crate software, generally I prefer to boot into the Windows desktop because it's a Windows PC. I like the fact that this is a Windows PC. Now, I own the Steam Deck OLED. I bought one just before Christmas. Very happy with it. Love it. But I've got to admit, I really love the ROG Ally as well. And this is the non-extreme version. Asus have kindly lent me this for a few weeks because it is a Windows PC. It can, if I want to delve into do modding and all things like that, then it can do it. Its main disadvantage is the fact that it has a a poorer battery life, a much poorer battery life than the Steam Deck, but the screen is fantastic on it. The variable refresh rate LCD screen is definitely comparable to the HDR OLED screen. You know, they have different strengths and weaknesses. So there we go. In terms of practical battery life between these two amazing handhelds, and let's remember they are both amazing, is if I forget to charge the Steam Deck up from between sessions, doesn't really matter. It's going to be good to go. But with your ROG Ally, you've got to remember to charge it, otherwise it won't be ready the next time you want to play it. Anyway, that's enough from me. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I will, of course, see you again soon.